Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 10 of the 31 Days of Horror. D Bougie 86 back up in this. That is right, peeps. Today we're going to get a little bit silly because the movie I got for you guys today, which was a first time watch for me, is actually Winterbeast. Yes. Winterbeast was released by recently by Vinegar Syndrome in this awesome box set that they just put out called the Homegrown Horrors Volume 1, uh, which is a box set that's dedicated to like Americana low budget horror films. Hence the name of the box set. Now, Winter Beast actually it goes to the heart because this film actually takes place in my home state of Massachusetts and was filmed in Newbury, Mass. For the listeners of this, which I found very intriguing because I'm looking at it while I was watching it because I didn't actually read the back yet. Wait a minute, this looks like Newberry, uh, and it was. Uh, Winter Beast. If you haven't seen this movie before, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to actually describe what this movie's about. But what I got was it's about like this small town known as Wild Goose Lodge, which is being kind of taken over by like this Native American curse that takes upon and brings on the Winter Beast per se. But the Winter Beast also brings with it a bunch of other creatures that are going around killing people, and it's up to like a small town cop to try to stop this and stop the Winter Beast, and they gather everyone together to stop this creature pretty much and stop all of them. That's pretty much the gist of the plot of what I got from this movie, and I'll get that in a minute. Now, did I enjoy my time with this film? Yes, I did. Will I sit here and tell everybody that this movie is well made? No, it is so bad that it's amazing. It's so great. It's fucking hilarious. This is one of the funniest movies I ever seen in my life. Uh, this the dialogue alone of some of the characters that intertwine uh, is very interesting. Now, let me get into what I think this movie kind of was. It feels like because there's a lot of like setups with like stop motion creatures in this film. It feels like they just made those first and was like, hey, let's just put these in a movie and make a movie around it. That's what it kind of feels like to me. I could be wrong, but that's how the movie feels like. They had like all these vignettes of different stop motion creatures that they created, and they were like, let's try to make a movie around these that we already filmed. That's I'm probably wrong. I probably am, but it's a very interesting aspect to the movie where the story feels crazy because then you see like this monster come out of nowhere, then another monster. I'm like, where the fuck's the Winter Beast? Because you see like all these other monsters before you really get to see him. He's in there, but he's not really at the same time. It's very interesting in that aspect of the movie. The acting is very so-so. The dialogue, if you hear like the music playing, you're never gonna hear the dialogue because they filmed this on like mono sound systems because it's very low budget. This film, uh, kind of like 16 millimeter plus 8 millimeter in some sequences that it was filmed in. It has like this great when you hear the music, it kind of has that thing aesthetic is like a shot on video movie where the music's not always playing, but when it does play, you could barely hear what the actors are saying when if they're talking during a scene with music in it, which is not too often, but you could definitely hear like the audio is very out of sync in this film, but also it's very bad when you do hear it. It's fucking cheesy as all fuck. Uh, and hilarious. It's hilarity. This movie was a blast to watch. Uh, if you like watching bad movies like I do, this is definitely one that you have to check out. It's fucking amazing. It's like up there now as the pinnacle of so bad it's fucking awesome, you know. Uh, and you know, it's from my fucking home state, so I gotta give it credit where credit's due. I always wanted to make a movie, and these guys did. You know, it's fucking great. Uh, I highly recommend this. If you haven't picked up the box set, I think they do sell this separate as its own release. I'm not too sure on that because you know it's fucking. It's just great. It's fucking awesome. If you haven't seen Winterbeast, I cannot recommend it enough. I had a fucking ball with this movie, especially if you like creatures. There's tons of different looking creatures in this movie too, and effects. There's some good gore in this film too, which I wasn't expecting, and hilarity ensues in this film. Winter Beast, I def recommend it. All right, guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow with another one for you guys. Peace out.